Hey guys, what's up? This is Norris from the Norris Martez Show. I have two friends right here with me, Mr. Getting Together, and our very special guest, Dominic. I want to give a shout out to all my sponsors tonight. Avalon Clothing Exchange, Tip Top Nails, also Azalea Pageantry. But guys, we have we got some juice for you guys tonight, guys. We got some stuff we want to talk about, but I'm going to wait till you guys get in the room.
Yes, and while we're waiting, I'm just going to step away for one moment.
Hey guys, what's up? We're just gonna have a little. Yeah, this is the last couple of nights. I have not been planning this. What's going on? So, we're just having a little talk about some stuff. Dominic, what's going on with you? Like, I haven't seen you in long. I think I saw you last. When was that?
Like, I don't know, like 4 years ago. It's
4 years ago.
4 years ago, 3 years ago. I don't know, cause like I haven't seen you since like
Marietta.
Yeah, that was like forever ago.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. No, it was like a month.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a month ago.
No, it was. One second, guys. Let me kind of fix what's going on in the background. It's gonna be fun, I think.
What's happening in the background?
I see some blue.
Oh, I see it too. OMFG.
All right, guys, we're waiting on our other. We're waiting on this. Is such a delay.
It's okay, friends. It's live.
Oh, okay.
They don't know what's a delay.
Okay.
They do now.
Anyway, so you said last time I saw you was when? It must have been 4 years ago. Tim, has it been 4 years ago?
You've been to LA.
Yes.
And then, yeah.
Atlanta.
And then back to wherever.
Savannah, then Atlanta, then girl. But I'm here to Atlanta to stay.
That's like a whole entire 4 years ago.
Girl, I was like a month. I was like.
A month ago?
Yeah.
A month ago? Now you know you're lying.
You don't drink Coke. Are you a vegan?
No, I'm a vegetarian.
So, recently I did an interview with, who were they again? The vegetarian rights. And they were showing these movies about these animals being, like how people basically, how they're slaughtered and killed.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things.
I don't eat animals.
You don't eat any animals?
I eat fish.
I love fish.
But that's because you don't, like, fish is not like slaughtered. You just stick it out of the water. Okay.
Hey guys, we're coming live in a second, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Go ahead and share this post tonight. We're going to talk about, what are we talking about?
We're talking about sexuality.
We're talking about sexuality. I mean, give me a second. I'm waiting on Brandon to come back. I don't want to get too
deep into it.
But I also want to give a shout out to all the people who showed me some love today. My casting was fucking amazing. I'll repeat, it was amazing. So I want to give you guys a shout out. Thanks for all the love. Thanks for all the juju you guys sent to me. But
yes, for the juju.
they sent good juju. Like,
Hashtag juju.
Good juju.
Hashtag good juju.
But yeah, let's go ahead and start. So what's been going on with you? I mean, I know I asked that question earlier.
Well, since you asked, well, what's been happening is, I guess I've been kind of like in this journey toward like evolution of becoming like, you know, like I like to say, becoming my true self.
Okay, so what does that look like? Like you becoming your true self?
So far that looks like I don't rely on extras. You know, like I put away like the vices that I was obsessed with.
Okay.
Like alcohol.
Okay.
Smoking, Zoe.
Okay.
You know, like all these things that were to me distractions
Yeah.
have been put on hold. And my goal is to put them on hold for like a whole entire year.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So have you been experiencing like anything different from you getting these things out of your life, or like anything like
yeah, sometimes
mood swings?
Sometimes I want sometimes I want to
I just spelled the whole right.
but like not mood swings, just I guess now like now that I'm not distracted, I get to spend a little time with my inner self, and that's sometimes
That's scary to me.
it is, and sometimes it can leave you feeling feeling like lost or confused. For example, what I'm currently experiencing is the fact that like my sexuality is like a huge question mark.
Okay, so let's put that on halt before we get too deep inside the conversation. So Brandon, what's been going on with you? Like, you're married, starting your production company. I mean, what else has been going on with you? Like,
You pretty much just summed it all up because my life is boring. I'm playing. I am married, and yes, I am starting my production company, which is currently under the name of Evan Reed Productions. It may soon be changing, hopefully. And other than that, I'm just trying to get myself more acquainted with people within the industry and other people who are trying to do things within the industry, because all I want to do is just tell stories, whether that is a television show, a movie, or whatever, or a documentary or whatever. That's just what I want to do. That's what makes me happy. So most of the time you'll see me usually on the tablet or the computer or something because I'm trying to edit something or process something. But other than that,
that's so awesome. So basically, our conversation tonight is about sexuality. I mean, as you guys know my story, I mean, I was married once to a girl, and then I like boys, but at the same time, being gay, I feel like it's kind of difficult for all of us because, I mean, let me make sure who's on. Make sure my mom ain't know whoever's watching, but these fuck-ass boys, they do too many things.
They
like,
sure do.
They do too much. Like, first I thought I was pansexual, then I thought I was straight, then I thought I was bi, then I thought I was like, because boys do too much. Like, so I'm you know.
So where does that leave you now? Like,
it leaves me now where I'm single. Like, I'm just trying to figure Norris out. Like, I'm trying to start a journey, and then because I had to love myself. Like, my ex, I don't feel like I think I ruined his life, but I feel like me being hurt, because hurt people. Does that make sense? Like, so I feel like I didn't ruin his life, but at the same time, I think my actions your actions can make people go crazy sometimes. Does that make sense? Like, does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Does that make sense to you? Because I don't know how to really dissect that. But yeah, so how do you guys feel about the whole sexuality thing and like dating in the gay world and like all of that stuff? Like, how do you guys feel about it?
Asking the married man.
I know, right?
I mean, I had to date in order to get married. So, I mean, I feel like, in my opinion, people are more concerned with, excuse my French, people are more concerned with busting a nut than they are with actually finding someone with substance.
But why is that, you think?
Because it's easy. It's really easy to do that, because the person who's looking to bust a nut, the other person is looking for the exact same thing.
Yeah.
People don't want to be tied down.
Yeah.
Nowadays, they say they want it, but more often than none, they would prefer not to. And I kind of get it. For some people, being single it just works for them. You don't have to answer to anyone. You can do what you want to do. Excuse me. Like I said, it just works for those people. For me, I've always been that friend in the group who's always in a relationship. I am better at relationships than I am at being single. But I found my husband by telling myself, look, you are going to be single for an entire year. And I literally did it. I stuck to it. And
Was that hard?
It was extremely hard.
Really? Did you, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but did you hook up during that time, or like how did you keep yourself pure? I call it.
It was
before you met your husband.
It was a very rare hookup type, because most of the time I never really go into it with the idea of a hookup, because I know more often than none, if I hook up with somebody, we usually will hang out and then it would happen again. So in my opinion, that's not really a hookup per se. That's kind of a friend with benefits. Yeah. Because a hookup to me is like one and done. That's it. No more. But usually, if I've had sex with someone one time, I've done it with them again. Yeah. Yeah. So, it was kind of hard. But I made sure that I didn't put the stamp or the label on it as we're in a relationship or we're boyfriends, and that allowed me to focus on myself and pay attention to myself and determine what I wanted and what I needed out of someone for me. Yeah, I found it.
Yeah. So Dominic, like, do you think having an intercourse or having a sexual relation, and this is not all about sex talk, because I'm just saying it comes with it, but do you think having sex with somebody can lead you to have feelings for that person or not?
You know, originally I feel like that's how most gay people date.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like let's hook up first, and then if I like it, then let's go to the movies and let's go out to dinner. Personally, I do feel like if you can like open up, you know, your whole entire shell, your whole entire body to someone, then eventually you open your heart into it. But then again, like now, I feel like if that's the case you go about it, then it becomes a much more physical state, like physical based relationship.
Okay.
Which kind of like can mind fuck you. Like
Yeah.
personally, like me at this point in my life, that's just exactly where I'm at. Like I want to have the substance, and I want to be with someone that says what they mean and mean what they say, as opposed to texting me at 2:00 in the morning and wanting to come over.
So them coming at 2:00 in the morning, I feel like when they do that, they're only coming from one thing. Like don't you think it's not like, hey, I just want to come chill and like rock inside and play the guitar, whatever we do. Like, do y'all think that's like a booty call? I mean, or do you think it's just like a meet and greet?
In my opinion, honestly, at the end of the day, most people, 98% of those people are probably wanting a booty call.
Of course.
But at the same time, that person could literally just be lonely.
Yeah.
And they could just want to be around you because you just so happen to be up and they were up.
Yeah.
And they want to cuddle and things like that. I'm not saying it's always the case, but I feel like before you dismiss someone and assume that they're wanting to hook up, find out if they're wanting to hook up first.
It makes sense. So, and then I think comes with that, you know, and I agree with that. Like, I feel like you should be able to guard your heart to the point to where if they do come for a hookup, you should be able to hang out with them and not even have them be it. Because I feel like I can hang out with some friends and not be able to have sex with them or be into it. But going with that note, how does your parents feel? Like, how do your guys' parents feel about you guys being gay? Because me, like, my mom was my biggest support.
My mama don't know.
His mama don't know. But I mean, like, and I'll get back to you, but like, my mom is one of my biggest supporters. She loves, if I have a boyfriend, I have a best friend, she loves that. But at the same time, it's just like, sometimes it's harder for my family to accept that because I feel like they're set in their ways. And you being, where are you from again? Like, what's your background?
I am Espanolan. I am Caribbean basically, and with Canadian background.
Beautiful.
But like I never really had like a coming out story because
Really?
I never felt like I had, like I've never hid who I am.
Yeah.
But then I think at this point where I'm at, it's either like a huge misunderstanding because like really what is a gay person?
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, then like I'm gay because being gay means, you know, you're like you talk with your hands and you like colors and you like to decorate and you like to
put on dresses.
Well, right, but like I feel like that's like the American translation of it, as opposed to just like, you know, you like there are gay people that don't date like other men, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like it kind of like leaves you in that state where you feel like, well, am I or am I not, or like what's this perspective? It's basically like defining the word for yourself.
Yeah.
So I never really had a coming out statement. It's just kind of like I've always been like this. My aunt told my mom I was gay, and then my mom got like mad upset and then threw condoms at me. And then like, you know, then our relationship kind of like went sour after that. So, and like me and my dad were never really in a good place because he had this idea of what his son is supposed to look like, you know, and I was not that son. Like I was the son that played the violin and did the cheerleading as opposed to play the football and the basketball and the wrestling. Yeah. So that like kind of like set our relationship in like a rocky road. Yeah. But now it's good. It's getting better. So it's I guess you say like under construction. Yeah. Because I mean, I told my mom on Facebook. Like I told her on Facebook. Brandon was there with me when I told my mom. I came out 4 years ago. Like I vocally came out to the world 4 years ago, and like I told my mom on Facebook, and like we sat there in the floor waiting for her response, and she had the most beautiful response, like, "Hey, I support you, whatever you were, blah blah blah." But it's just like, your coming out story. How did you actually? Because I know this conversation is swifting all the way around, but like, how did you come out?
So I'm an anomaly. Let me stop playing. the way I grew up, it was really weird because like where I went to school and everything, it was just like no one really had a problem with gay people. So like in my family, like my cousin, she had a wife like years before I even thought about coming out or whatever. But excuse me, I remember having a conversation with myself saying that I was going to come out to my mama by the end of the month, and it literally happened the next day because I was a freshman and there was a senior, and we were both in chorus, and he had written me this note about a dream that he had about us on this yellow piece of like notepad paper or whatever, and it was kind of explicit, but I had the note in my drawer. And I remember I was having ROTC practice, and it rained that day, so ROTC practice was canceled. So I called my mama. What was this?
Explicit.
Oh, it was. But we were having ROTC practice like normal, but it was raining that day, so practice was canceled. So I remember calling my mama so she can come pick me up. But the tone on the phone was so odd.
She found the letter.
So whenever she came and picked me up, and I opened the car door, the first thing I saw was this yellow folded piece of paper in like the little console area, and I was just immediately like, oh shit. So I got in the car and I didn't really say anything, and she was like, so what's this? And I opened it up and I started reading it, and she was like, well, read it out loud. And I read it out loud, and she said, so what does that mean? So me trying to be like being scared and trying to tone it down something, I was like, I guess that means I'm bi. And the whole ride, the whole ride home was completely silent. And like for the next couple days in the house, it was completely silent. There was no arguing.
Couple days?
Yeah, there was no arguing. There was no yelling or anything. It was just silence. And I remember I was at one end of the house, she was at the other, and it was like the silence was so loud that I just couldn't take it anymore. And I was like, Mama, say something to me. And I walked back to her room, and I was like, are you mad at me? Like, what is it? And she was like, I'm really just disappointed in you. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I'm disappointed in you that you don't feel like you could tell me this. Aww. And I was just like, it was like a weight was lifted off, but I was like, Mama, people get kicked out of their houses and their families for this. Like, I didn't know you live in constant fear your whole life. So I know now, but I never knew that until like it had to happen. But ever since then, it's been just great.
So like, I mean, and like we all get backlash in the gay community. Like we all get like, cause I'm different. Like my best friend say I'm a zebra, but I'm really a unicorn. So I'm different because zebras are rare, but at the same time, it's just like the backlash and the all this other stuff. It hurts. But let's get back to our conversation. Dating. I mean, I haven't dated in a year and a half. Okay. Like I've been single for a year and a half.
Okay.
About a year and a half, and it's been a rocky road because during that season I hung out with my ex. Like I'm not gonna lie, because my ex is like one of the closest things to me. Right. Like he was comfort for me. I can call him and say this, and this. I can say this. You know, I was able to express myself, but I did not want to date, but I wanted him around. And so it was kind of dangerous at first because there's times I want to go on dates. I'm gonna be 100%. I want to go on dates, but I didn't want to make him feel some type of way. Does that make sense? Because I still want to guard his heart. Right. And then there's times like I wanted to go on a date with someone else, just to piss him off, but still didn't do it because he was present. Does that make sense? So, but we both have grown. Because I feel like he's one of the people in my life that were actually close to me when he's seen me at 0.0 in my life. So I mean, I wanted to share the time with him. But it's been rocky. There's times I'm sad. There's times I love it. There's times I hate it. What about you? I mean, what's your experience today and age of being single?
I have been single for almost 2 years, actually.
3?
About 2 years.
2? Okay.
Yeah, 2 years in 2 months. And in the process of being single, I had sex, but
you had sex with
yeah, I mean, I slept with people.
Okay,
like,
okay.
I slept with like a couple of people.
Yeah.
But like, it was this kind of like sexual experience that it would be a once and done thing. So I guess they're hookups. Because then, like, afterwards, like, I would try to communicate after then, and they would like silence.
Yeah, yeah.
So then I decided I'm gonna be single and I'm gonna be totally celibate. And then I started talking to this dude, and like talking. Even like I can show you the text messages, and I'd say it just like it was. It seemed that we wanted the same thing, and we were interested in each other for just more than the physical aspect of it all. And then one night it just kind of like flipped to like pictures sending, and then 2 o'clock in the morning, and he wants to come over.
Pictures sending like y'all are naked.
Yeah, like body parts were being sent to my
wow.
phone, and then I was like,
but were you guys hanging out during that time, like maybe outside the?
No. So then, like, our initial meet was supposed to happen over the weekend, but he wanted it to happen at 2 o'clock in the morning, which I politely declined. I was like, let's meet up tomorrow instead at Starbucks, and we can talk and hang out,
Yeah.
And then he said, sure, whatever, it's all good. So the following day, I'm sending text message like, hey, what's up? What's going on? Like, I'm free. Like, what time do you want to make up? Oh, I'm just so tired. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna take a nap and I'll talk to you later. And later has yet to come. You know what I'm saying? So leaving me in this state of mind, feeling like either I am wasting my time because I'm wanting something from people that are not wanting the same thing, or making me feel less than because, how come my body's enough for you to want, but that's just it. So,
but why is, and I'm sorry, I do like to interrupt them, but why is that? Because I have the same issue, like, oh, you're sexy, oh, you're cute. Thank you, but there's more behind me being sexy. There's more behind me being cute. Because I feel like it wasn't love. I'm not talking about with me and my ex. I'm just talking about in general. Like, I'm not talking about that, but I'm just saying in general, it wasn't love, it was lust. Like, look behind me through all, like, when I'm not, I don't want to be sexy. That makes sense. I don't want to be cute. I want you to love me for who I am because there's other sexy and cute people out there. Like, love me for my flaws, but now don't love me because I have a nicer body or a big private part or like don't love me for that. Love me for Norris. Like, but why is that though? It's lust.
I don't know, but like I feel like being in 2019, like the way that we are and the way social media is and the way that we interact with each other, it becomes so easy now to just be like, okay, I'm in lust with someone because I have this idea, their body's right, their body's my type, their private parts is what I'm digging. So it's like bump the idea of waiting to get to know deeper inside of the shell, but it's just more like let's just get it, bang, 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 a couple of bang out of it, and then eventually it can just fade away without any repercussion. But no feelings left behind.
Yeah, because I'm the type of person, I'm clingy sometimes. Like, sometimes I like you. Like, that makes sense. Like, I like you. I don't want you to go, like, I just don't want to have sex. And, like, I want to, like, go to the bookstore and read a book. But at the same time, they just want that. And then makes some have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Like, I was talking to this guy, had a whole wife. And I knew it. But, like, this dude had a whole wife, 2 kids.
Not you knew it.
Yes, and I knew it. Because I did my Facebook research, but he was so my type. That makes sense. Like, this is way before my ex, but he was so my type to the point to where I looked past that. Like,
nah, bro. Like, this happened.
No, I'm just being honest.
I agree. They need to appreciate it.
Honest.
But this is where it gets confusing and chaotic, and you lose yourself, not knowing what your sexuality is.
Yes.
This
and that's why I'm
happens
so
to me
confused
too.
Because I was like, well, now I want to be gay. Like, now I want to be straight. Like,
right.
Now I want to be like now. Because last week I really wanted to date a girl. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I wanted to like start grabbing towards that. One of my friends was like, well, get on POF and you can do for what you can like boys and girls. Like, you can like both of them can hit you up. And I was talking to my sister about it. Like, it confused me because like I don't know what I'm satisfied. Like,
right.
What
like,
satisfies me?
If you have a wife and you have children and you're straight, but you still sleep with men, does that not make you
what?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like, because automatically speaking,
you?
we have this whole idea of being gay. Being gay means you like to date or sleep with the same sex, whether you're a woman or whether you're lesbian or whether you're a gay man, correct? But if you're like married and have a whole entire life, but in the dark and you like to fuck men,
so what
does that make you?
So
it doesn't make you bisexual because you're not in a relationship with them.
So like,
what you're saying is that you can't be bisexual unless you're in a relationship with both.
I mean, wouldn't you want to express it that way? Like, I feel like fucking people, it's just like it
I feel like
really...
bisexuality is an attraction, not necessarily a relationship status.
I don't think it's attraction. I think it's a fetish.
And how do you think your wife would feel about that if she knows? Oh wait,
that you mess around with the boy.
My baby daddy, my husband is busy banging the next boy.
Yeah,
whenever I'm out of town.
Because when I see a girl with a big ass booty, or like, I think girls are. I like it. So like, but I like boys too. Like,
okay.
So what is that? Like, what is that?
I find girls attractive. Like,
yes,
I find girls really attractive.
Yes.
It's like, okay, I've seen girls. I'm like, okay, I can do her makeup and I can help her out. And
I mean,
can
dress
okay,
so
like,
that doesn't necessarily make you
no.
I can have sex with
like,
her
I
too.
want her.
Yeah.
But then again, at the same time, would she accept the fact that my boyfriend is making my makeup?
Yeah.
But my boyfriend is dressing me up.
You're going beyond the definition that we're trying to find. Now you're worrying about whether she would appreciate or understand.
Because we
how
all
you
seek
feel.
that approval.
But seeking approval for what? You're looking for the definition of what you would be, not what she would approve of.
Part of a relationship is acceptance.
Yeah.
But that doesn't define what you are, whether she accepts it or not. Is what I'm saying. Because you could break up with her and still be that bisexual person. It has nothing to do with whether the other person accepts how you are or not. You could have went into it with her and she thought that you were straight.
Mm-hmm.
And then you discovered that you were bisexual. Just because you were together or not does not mean that you're no longer bisexual. What? If you have an attraction to both sexes and you can see yourself having sex with both sexes, then you are a bisexual human being.
But so how do we put that in the mind of that girl that we're attracted to? Does that make sense?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Like,
I'm with you.
It's just that how do we put that in their mind?
You don't. You find.
So what do you find? So we're trying to ask you.
You find someone who would love you for who you are.
We're trying to ask you. It's not easy because like that. We're trying to say that rejection and that you want to. You still want to be accepted.
But by you focusing on the fact that you might be rejected and you don't want to be accepted, you are holding yourself back from finding the person you're supposed to be with.
I disagree. Because
once that person rejects you, perfect, because that makes room for space for the person
because
who's supposed
rejection
to be with you.
is literally the number one in the gay community.
But
I don't like you because you're not tall enough. I don't like you because you're short. I don't like you because you're a fan. I don't like you because you're black. Or I like you because you're only black. That's all we do.
Yeah.
Is precisely separating this thing.
But stop looking at the rejection as a negative thing. If someone is rejecting you, you should look at it as, oh wow, thank you so much for letting me know this, because now I can continue to find the person I'm supposed to be with.
But how do you find that person?
You stop focusing on the fact of what this person and that person does and does not like about you.
But girls love
yourself first, and then worry about someone else loving you.
But and I hear you. But girls don't. I don't think girls don't like. Even if I'm attracted to that at this moment in time, girls don't like boys that say they were once.
There are plenty of women out there who are bisexual, who date bisexual men, and there's plenty of women out there who are straight, who are okay with having bisexual boyfriends or husbands. Find that person and stop focusing on the person that doesn't like it.
It's not like there's an app like Grindr, when you go find a hookup where that just specifically for people that like both
There are
sexes.
several apps and websites and clubs and things for bisexual
But those
people.
clubs is all sex.
No, not always.
Yes, it is because there's a club in Atlanta, and I'm not just doing.
But that's no different. That's no different than getting on Facebook. Facebook is about sex.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
No,
Facebook is about building a reality
networking
of what is.
Are y'all delirious? Facebook is the biggest fucking thirst trap I've ever seen.
For you, maybe. But for me,
I've never encountered anyone on Facebook.
I wish that was in my inbox.
How have y'all not?
I don't.
As soon as you open your Instagram feed up, the first thing you see is someone's ass.
I don't see
Instagram.
But Facebook is the same way. Yes,
I'm not with you because
you can open your messages up on Facebook Messenger and somebody's trying to holler at you. It's no different.
No,
I disagree.
I
don't know what kind of Facebook you're being on. But
recently, I've had people in my inbox, but there are people that follow me from the show, but. That's the only experience I've had on Facebook. Like they never ever. I wish they would get in my inbox. Like
mine too.
I know, right? Like, cause I post on Instagram now, and I feel like the reason why yours is like that Mr. Getting Together is because Facebook has it to where if you have to put that in your phone or something, or dicks or something, or ass or titties or something, it's gonna come up on your newsfeed. Like I was looking at rental cars, and now everything on my thing is talking about rental cars.
Rental cars.
I was looking at
that's advertisement.
But still, I feel like, or the groups that you're in. What kind of groups are you in? Because if you're in those type of groups, then it's a different story. Because my newsfeed don't have anything. It's got families, like some. I had to make a separate Facebook one time just to have that kind of be nasty if I wanted to, or cuss word, or say cuss words, because of my fan following is a different. They're conservative.
Oh, you can call me like naive because I've never encountered anything sexual on Facebook.
I've seen men with abs, but that's basically it. Like
I don't know what y'all doing.
Anyways, but like, I know your mom would actually approve of you having a wedding and having a husband. Like, how would, and my mom, I feel like my mom would support it as well, but how would your parents feel?
Well, in the state that I'm at in my journey, I'm feeling stuck. Like, I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling lost because, like I said, I find some girls attractive.
Yeah.
But like, I'm also like, I also find some men attractive. But like, having reestablished the connection that I have with my parents now, I can't help myself but to want them to be proud, to want them to be like,
and that's,
you know,
I've been there.
like, so like, I know if I were to marry a guy, I can't count that my mom's gonna come to the wedding.
Yeah.
And like, I can't guarantee that my father's gonna come to the wedding.
Yeah.
Will they still talk to me? Like, I know my mom will always talk to me. Will my dad always talk to me? Probably he needs some time to digest that. But fact of the matter is, just like I've mentioned earlier, once you in my case didn't have a relationship with your parents and you regain it back, you want to keep that relationship and you want to be able to do the right things so that relationship can progress and grow. So I'm like left in the middle. Although I find boys attractive, although I find girls attractive, I still feel like, you know, just like you have your parents, there's certain things you just can't tell your mom. But just there's something you can do. Yo,
but
dad,
you just said it yourself that relationship has to be processed and grow. If your parents are not willing to process your sexuality and grow beyond it, maybe you gotta let them go.
But no, like that's not that. I'm sorry, like I can't agree with that. That makes no sense to me.
It makes perfect sense.
You cannot just let your parents
If
go.
you cannot accept me for who I am, then why am I so focused on trying to get you to?
I believe they're compromised. For example, like if I found the love of my life,
Mom,
if I found
will you please compromise with me because I love a boy.
No. No, if I find the love of my life and it happens to be a guy, that can be explained to my mother. That can be explained to my father. But like I don't want to be the guy that brings this boyfriend home and then 6 weeks later he's gone. So I'm bringing the next boyfriend home a year later.
Okay,
I want to bring the love of my life, whether it's a girl or a guy. Okay, and like it's fine. Like
that's what I want.
Well, where is this?
You gotta give it time.
Dominic,
how old are you?
29 years old.
29 years old. Okay, wait.
Oh wow!
You still have plenty of time.
But waiting hurts. Like waiting. I mean, how did you tell yourself when you just had to wait? Like it's lonely, right?
I told myself for a year to be single, and I found my husband. I didn't focus on what everybody else thought about what I was doing.
So in your own mind, your whole time you were celibate. You didn't.
I wasn't celibate, but I focused.
Well, not dating.
Right. I focused on Brandon. I didn't give two shits.
How did you focus on yourself?
Because I didn't give two shits about what everybody else in the world thought about me or how they were going to feel about who I ended up with. I just didn't. Because those people do not fuck, finance, or feed me. You have to focus on yourself. You have to love yourself first, and then everything else falls into place. I'm pretty sure that once your family realizes that, hey, this is the person you love, this is the person that you want to walk down the aisle with, and you want to hold their hand, you want to be with that person for the rest of your lives, it might be hard for them at first, but at some point, they are going to come around to it. If they love you enough, they're going to have to come around to that and understand it and be like, you know what? I get it now.
But that's not the only thing that's bothering me.
Okay,
like,
so what else is bothering
you? On the religious stand of view, like I've been discovering like more about God and Jesus and how He works and all that kind of stuff. And in the Old Testament, it says you should not lie with mankind as you do with mankind. Hold that thought, not done. Hold on, not finished. So when you read the Bible and you open your heart and your mind and your soul to receive what you're reading, you get your own interpretation of it. Hold it, not finished. So my interpretation of this is, if you're gonna have sex with a woman and men, then you have to find like a bridge so that way the world, the world doesn't collide. For example, to have unprotected sex with a woman is with the idea of production and producing like an heir. But like, so if you're doing that with women, then you shouldn't be able to do that with men. But that's just my stand on it, right?
I believe that.
So when it comes, so the whole thing that confuses me about the religion is like, if God knows that I was gonna be this individual, this disappointing individual that end up with a man for the rest of my life, but everyone keeps telling me that I'm gonna go to hell. Why? Like it just leaves me in a confusing state of mind where do I want to please God, but then at the same time I still don't know.
I understand, because I want a girl. I want a girl because I want to make my family happy.
Oh my God,
like, that makes sense. Like,
that does make sense.
My family is kind of, they're leaders in the city where I live. They're religious, and I want to make them happy. But I can't bring a boy around my family.
Why can't you flip it on your family and let your family make you happy for a change?
But
let your family make you happy by accepting you for who the fuck you are. That is making.
I feel that,
but they don't owe you that. You owe them that because
what the fuck do you mean you owe your family something?
Because my grandma wants more grandkids, and my mom wants more grandkids too. But like, I can't do that now because I'm gay and I've been sleeping with boys.
How can you not have kids because you are gay? There's adoptions. There's surrogacy. You have options to have kids. Even if you found someone who was a best friend of yours and y'all had kids and y'all decided to raise them together, you can have kids. But back to what you were saying about the Bible. I only believe in one God. Okay?
Right. The creator of heaven and earth.
But that's the only person that you're supposed to be listening to. So can you please pinpoint it to me and show me exactly where in the Bible that the Lord said those things?
He did say that.
Or did someone else say those things?
No, it's in the Word of God.
When you read the Bible, it's in red stating that He said it. It's in red stating that it's not in red stating that the Lord said it. Because the Lord did not say those things. You are listening to another man with another man.
It's in the Word of God.
You are listening to what
another man.
He's got a point.
You are listening to what
God's
another
words
man
in
has
the Bible
said.
are written in red letters.
Yeah.
And that is not in red in that Bible. Look in any Bible, on any website, go to any church, and pull it up and show that the Lord said that. I listen to what He tells me.
Right.
Not what another man tells me. Not what Paul, not what Peter, but Moses. You're supposed to listen to what the Lord tells you to do at the end of the day. It's only one God. You listen to Him. So what other people are telling you and saying around you, you are listening to society. And that's exactly what the two of y'all are doing. You can't find anybody because you're too focused on what everybody else is thinking, but you're not listening to what He is telling you to feel about yourself, which is love yourself.
Okay, so for the people watching, again, this is Norris from Norris Martez Show. I have two of my friends here, Mr. Getting Together and Mr. Donald. We're going to kind of get some breather in. I want to say, guys, thank you for watching. Keep on hanging out with us because we got some more. But y'all, like, I get where you're coming from.
Someone please, in the comment section, someone please screenshot it in the Bible and show me that those words were read in the Bible.
They're not read,
because
but at the same time,
He did not say it. He didn't say it. There's nothing else to it. He did not say that.
To look it up now.
He did not say those words. But at the end of the day, if you're so focused on the fact that the Bible, not the Lord, but the Bible says that you're not supposed to lay down in the bed with another man or whatever. You're not supposed to wear mixed fabrics. You're not supposed to be eating shellfish. What are the other things? It's something else about women. There's so many things that we're doing. So why are we putting one sin above another sin and saying that this sin is greater than the other sin? At the end of the day, all of us are fucked the fuck up. We have just been trained and processed by other people who are not the Lord, but other people are telling us that we are wrong for loving someone else that's different than what they do, and that's the problem.
And you're right, and like you're right. You are absolutely correct. But at the same time, I feel like
I need a shot.
I just feel like I am like as a human being. I am trying to please other people because of, I love. But yeah, like I love my family and like I love being gay, but at the same time, I like girls. Like I want to break my. I like girls too, so it's just you get it. It's so hard.
Do you think that it becomes problematic if you have a girl
and a boyfriend?
Right. Like
yes,
then again,
I like one.
at at the same time, it kind of like puts you in the frame of mind. If you like in my journey, discovering religion has been a part of it because you need discipline. That's how I see religion. Building discipline. But then again, it says do not commit adulteries. So if I'm married if I have a wife, but she knows and understands, and when I have a boyfriend on the side, does that mean I'm breaking the rule that says do not commit adultery?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because we all agreed here. It's fine. It's fine. Just like I know people. I know straight people. I know gay men who marry straight women and are in a happy relationship. But in able for him to have sex with her, they watch gay porn.
Who? What?
Yes.
So the girl watches.
She said, whatever gets you hard, I'm with you.
That's
I'll watch
beautiful.
I'll watch it with you.
That's
so
beautiful.
they watch
Where's
gay
she
porn.
at?
They watch gay
Yes,
porn,
where's she at?
and he goes and gets to work, and they have a whole entire family. He's not sleeping with any other men. He's only sleeping with his wife, but they watch the gay porn to excite him.
So, but do you think? How do you think that make her feel?
I don't know.
Because
obviously,
my ex-wife
she's not leaving.
Honestly,
She's not leaving
exactly.
him.
It should make her feel wonderful because he is
not
able to share that with
her.
her.
And that's beautiful. So like,
but she's not leaving. So I'm assuming obviously it's not. She's not hurt by it because
So,
he's
like,
not going out there looking for another dude to sleep with.
But what if you get caught in temptation?
Nah, that I do not know.
I mean, and how does she identify what she is? Is she considered? What is she?
But like, I do believe gay men can have like the idea of like a normal life without having to sleep with men. Like Chris Christie, for example, like you cannot tell me this man is not gay. But then again, he has a whole entire life. He has a wife, he has children, but I don't know how their whole sex life works. But like I'm saying, so in able to get to that level, how do you know, like, how do you know you find the right person to open up to?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's
like,
what I want.
I
want that.
Because what you do is you stop fucking up families by getting married with someone knowing that you already have these feelings deep down inside, and then have kids, and then years later you break up entire families and family reunions because you come out as being another way. You do those things when you are dating. Because when you are dating someone and you tell someone that I feel like I'm bisexual and she can't deal with it, guess what? She's not for you. Move the fuck on and find the person you're supposed to be with.
I don't understand why it sounds so easy.
Because that's the problem. That's the problem.
Because
I did
that. I went through that.
It is easy as fuck. You just have to train yourself to stop being pissed off because somebody don't want you.
But it doesn't feel that way though.
When someone doesn't want you,
it makes you feel some kind of way. If your husband decides one day to wake up and doesn't want to be with you, you're just gonna be happy and go married around?
Did we not have this conversation before? I'm not gonna put it out there, but I already had this conversation before, and I've told my husband before. If my husband gets to the point where he can literally look me in my face and tell me he doesn't want to be with me anymore, I get it. I understand it. Then we're not meant to be.
So you're not gonna be hurt?
No. I will be hurt and I'll be sad, but I'm not gonna scream and
you're not gonna feel rejected.
And I move on and I find the person I'm supposed to be with.
So you just with the next day,
you just get over it.
It's not that you get over it, y'all.
That's where we're coming from.
That's where we're coming from. Like it's not. It's like I want to live my life every day like a man and have a whole wife and kids. I do. Like I secretly do. Like I want to have kids. I want to be that soccer dad. But I can't find that person I can express that self to and say, hey, this is who I am. Love me anyways. Does that make sense?
That does make sense.
But
I'm hanging in that exact balance.
I don't know how to live.
Find the whole complete balance.
I want a wife,
still have your family,
and
still be happy,
and still have
that, and still find that that way to just kind of like release your rocks.
Yes.
You find those people.
How do you find those people?
In groups and websites and in meetings. I keep telling y'all this. That's why those things are there. Because there are other people out there who feel the exact same way you do. And when you feel a certain type of way, you go and seek people who feel the same kind of way. And then you talk about it. And then you start understanding things better. And you end up possibly finding the love of your life.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my dream poster, basically find to host an event like that. Like host an event like that. You think that people, and figure out how can us as a group. I know. I want
only in the movies.
But I want to host an event for network. And I'm like, how do these people get all these damn people to come for free? Even if I shouldn't do it for free, they're still not gonna come. Like we're trying to. I don't know. You
like
know,
when it says I should be talking to you about the way that I feel, but like it's like I'm with you, man. It's like we're in the same, like we're literally on the same path.
Yeah,
and
like I've been dabbling in the spirituality thing because I'm not religious. I'm just spiritual, but at the same time, I'm still trying to figure it all out because something doesn't make sense. Like again, some of the people that I used to deal with and be sexual, like as little hookups, they were straight. Point blank in the pit. They had a boyfriend, they had a girlfriend, they had a kid, like.
But does that really make you straight though? Like,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because the fact is, people think if you're gay, you only date men. Period.
Yeah.
Or the same sex.
Yeah.
So that's what makes you gay.
Yeah.
But then again, you can still be gay and have a whole entire family.
Yes. But
so then, like, what's really being straight? So the whole, like, what makes a straight person straight?
Yeah. Because I'm trying to keep this kind of. I feel like if a straight man had a gay what time is it? I'm just trying to make sure I say things right without
it's
it.
11:59.
If a gay man had a straight or was around a straight person and there was that opportunity, I feel like the straight person would do it. I feel like he would do it because no one's gonna know. So so is he straight or is he like, what is his sexuality since we're talking about that?
They're just so bold. Like I had a whole straight man who wanted to have sex with me. He told me his wife was out of town. Okay? And I'm like, no, like I don't really want to have a whole like one hit and boom. Like I want to have like an actual, like I want to develop something. You can't marry me 6 months later. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's like, oh no, it doesn't matter. Just come over anyway. We'll just do it this once. And I'm like, I was totally disgusted by the idea. First your wife's out of town.
Yeah.
Like she's a whole like does she know?
Yeah.
Like no, she doesn't know. So then like where does this go? Like I'm not gonna just sleep with you just to sleep with you. Like I want something to come out of that.
And like
but
when can I text you?
Out when you're already married.
Yeah, or like when can I text you? Or when I don't know. Like I mean, I just it's one of those things that we have to discover, we have to grow, we have to research, we have to learn, we have to figure this shit out because it's out there. But
Or find a straight person to ask them, like, really, like, why do you like to bump men when your wife is not around?
If anyone's watching tonight, I want to hear from you guys. Like, I want to see how you guys feel. Like, if you think that what we're just call us in. I want to hear from you guys. Like, I really want to hear your feedback and what you think of what we're saying because I mean, this is deep. However, at the same time, it's just like, how do you make the shit work? It's just like, how do you make the car start? Like, we put gas in it. There's oil inside the car. There's lighter fluid.
The battery needs to be right. There needs to be air in the tires.
We put air in the tire. We clean the windows, take it to the car wash. But how do you make the car run if you got all the necessary things? I feel like I have all the necessary things to be a husband, like, or whatever. Like, but how do you? I don't know. And at these meetups, you think the meetups will work?
I'm pretty sure they will. But you have to take the first step, which is going and giving something a chance. Don't just assume that it's going to be about a hookup. Yes, there are probably going to be people who are there.
We should go together.
Everyone wants to sleep with me, but no one wants to date me. All my exes are married now.
There'll probably be people there who are wanting sex or whatever, but you as an adult can say no.
It's kind of hard, specifically if you like being in the celibate part and it's throwing in your face right now. So you'll find yourself like that's why I like to stay home because I don't like to go out because if I go out and someone thinks I'm cute, before you know it, I'm gonna be doing stuff in the bathroom that even though I know I want to stay celibate, it's hard.
That's a self-esteem issue, honey.
That's not a self-esteem issue.
Yeah, it is.
Bro, like if you
are willing to do things with someone because they thought you were cute, that's a very low self-esteem. I'm sorry, point blank period. You do not think very highly of yourself if you're willing to do something with someone because they say, oh, wow, you're cute. And you're going to go suck some dick and give up some ass.
I don't suck dicks, bro.
Okay, well, vice versa. That is very sad. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't be Mr. Get Them Together if I didn't tell you the truth. That is extreme low self-esteem.
But I don't feel like that's, but have you ever done that?
When I hooked up with somebody because they thought I was cute?
Yes.
No.
Ever?
No. And I'm not trying to be funny.
I don't think
I'm not trying to be funny because right now, anybody who knows me knows that I am at my heaviest weight. And I used to be a skinny one. And I used to be real conceited. And I used to have a nasty attitude.
You still do.
But it was conceited about the fact that I was skinny and I can get whoever I wanted to. And I promise you, if someone was to tell me that you cute, let's fuck, I would be like, are you stupid? Like, ew. That's disgusting. And it's sad that you are willing to do that.
I mean, it was just to give an idea. Like, if you've been withholding from sex and it's thrown in your face, you might crumble.
No,
I don't want to put myself in the situation to crumble.
I'm sorry. I mean, that's why I got two hands. This
But
one
that
feel
gets-
normal, and I make this one feel like somebody else.
But like that gets boring to
Sorry.
me. Like that gets. I don't even do it.
Like
anymore.
after round
I'm
7,
sorry.
I'm over it. Like I want something. Like I want something real at this
I
point.
don't know what to tell you. Well, you definitely gonna find something real by hooking up with somebody because they thought you were cute. I'm sorry. You will forever and always be single. Because people are gonna always tell you you're cute. Sorry.
That I mean, I wasn't saying it me per se. I was just letting you know.
Okay.
If you, for example, I don't eat meat. Okay. I don't eat chicken. I'm choosing not to eat chicken. But if I show up here and you frying some chicken, it's gonna be really hard to not eat that chicken because it's gonna smell good.
Okay.
I'm gonna remember what the chicken tastes like,
Okay.
and it's juicy, and then there's hot sauce here. Yeah, so it will take a lot of like willpower to not take a bite of that chicken.
Okay.
That's just basically what I was saying. Like I wasn't saying just because someone think I'm cute, I'm gonna give it up. I'm just saying
But
if you're withholding
didn't say
sex for so long
You
and then
didn't say that.
it's thrown at your face, it makes it really, really hard for you to just hold on to it.
But that's not what you said.
It doesn't matter, but that's where I was coming from. So now that it's explained,
But you still didn't explain it the
aye,
same way.
aye.
You explained it as you smell the chicken, you want the chicken, but you still don't get the chicken. You said he thought I was cute, and the next thing I know, I'm gonna be doing something in the bathroom. You didn't say it's gonna be hard for me not to. You
It is.
You said I'm
That's
gonna
the
be.
point I'm making.
Now, the point I'm making is you said you will be. That's low self-esteem.
Okay, I have
I'm
no
sorry,
self-
choose
I-
words
I-
wisely.
I
But
have
that's
no
what you
self-esteem.
said.
I have no self-esteem.
You do.
I don't believe I do, but thanks for saying that,
You're welcome.
Mr.
Get them together.
No, Mr. Psychiatrist.
I must
person.
be. I must be.
I don't know, y'all, but hey, guys, we're gonna continue to talk. Guys, go ahead and meet me over on my Instagram. It's the same thing, the Norris Martez Show. We're gonna get a little bit more
after
juicy.
show.
Oh no after show. But after show gets. But we're gonna continue our conversation because I'm still stuck about what's going on, guys. And don't forget to meet me tomorrow here at the same place, same time, 8:30 p.m. as I interview the one and only Tommy the Gossip from Instagram.
Can you say his name one more time?
It's Tommy the Gossip, guys. Go
Tommy
follow
the
him. He is all tea. He is all. Did y'all see on Instagram that he reposted Shamar's Instagram picture and put trash? So he's gonna come and talk about that, guys. Because I have a whole hour just for you guys. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Somebody forget.
Right. No. Push the finish button, bottom right. Well, guys, my keynote.